back to with Zach Gish. Thanks for coming back, guys. This is episode 3. If you watched the last episodes, it was seductive. Thank you. Thank you for all the shares, likes, follows, reposts. If you like this episode, do the same. And if you don't, tell me why and let me know. But, thank you guys for listening. We're going to dive into the podcast now. I'm going to have some stand-up dates at the end. So if you want to see me live, just wait till the end to see where I'm going to be at. And that should be it for the intro. Let's get into it. Very lovely guest on today, Annalise.
Hello.
Annalise is what would you describe your credit to be?
An adult film actress or a porn star.
Or a porn star.
Yeah.
Okay. Which one do you pick? Which one you use in like everyday interactions?
It depends on who I'm talking to. I feel out the vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you rip porn star with, and who do you not say it to?
Definitely my friends. I'll talk to them and I'm like, yeah, I'm a fucking porn star, and they're like, I'm friends with a porn star. Or I'll talk to, I think I'll say this out loud.
Do you think you can move the mic a little bit closer?
Closer? Yeah. Is this good?
A little bit closer?
More?
Is that cool?
Yeah.
You can bring it down too if you want. You can.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that good?
I think that's cool.
Awesome.
Dope.
But yeah, no, with my friends, porn star.
Okay.
But other people, more professional people, I go to school for acting, so other students, talk to them. I'm like, yeah, I'm in an adult film, and I don't say I do porn. But yeah, so it just depends on who.
Yeah. Do you have professors, right? You're in a college.
Yeah, I do.
Do they know that you do?
One of them does. Yeah.
How does he feel?
It's a woman.
Woman?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, I went to her first about it, though. Because
Okay.
I was like, she taught this social justice in theater class.
Okay.
Yeah. And I was like, okay, maybe she would have some knowledge on how to go about this. Will my reputation at school be bad? She was like, you know what? Make it a niche. I was like, okay, because she knew I wanted to do intimacy training in theater.
Okay.
Which is you run consent in sex scenes and stuff like that, any kissing, whatever. And so she was like, make it your niche, go into that once you're ready, and you'll have background. And I was like, that's really good. Yeah. So she was like, I get it. She knew people in her when she was going to college who did stuff like that. And I was like, okay. So she put that perspective into me, so I wasn't really scared about school anymore after that.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
It's a good way to get comfortable.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think that that teacher's influence kind of pushed you more into accepting it?
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
Cool. Because that type of validation is unmatched.
Right.
Yeah. So that's dope. When did you start?
About October-ish of last year, when I started getting really serious about it. Before that, I was doing some solo stuff on OnlyFans, just dabbling in it. And then in October of last year, I was like, yeah, I think this is something I want to really dive into.
Yeah.
And then it just kind of took off after that. Yeah.
Well, that's cool. So you have a Twitter
Mm-hmm.
that is popular.
Yes.
And along with, you were on Casting Couch?
Yeah, I was on Backroom Casting Couch.
Right.
Mhm.
Sweet. Sorry to mess up the credit.
No,
Didn't
you're
want to
good.
mess it up. Sorry. But so in your form of measurement, so does like growth on Twitter or like getting a part in Backroom, do those opportunities like validate you that you took a step in the right direction?
I've yes, I think about how I've gotten like success with following and stuff like that, but really like what has made me feel like I'm in the right direction is the people.
Okay.
Yeah, but like for sure, like seeing that growth after just a year, I was like, wow, like this is something that I'm good at.
Right.
And I was like, again, sex work is valid, so like, and I'm good at it. And I was like, okay, let me do this more. And then I got more serious about it, and here we are.
Yeah.
And I'm in New York on a podcast talking about doing porn.
Right.
Yeah.
And this is the second podcast we've done today.
Yeah.
Go over and check out John Lamb. He has a podcast. We'll put something up right here to plug it. You can also watch that episode. But that's like I because like as a comedian, like, you know, everyone looks at numbers, and like everyone like nowadays you can't like, you can be funny, but a social media is somewhat necessary to like do what you really want to do.
For sure, yeah.
Do you think that it's the same in porn?
Yeah. Definitely having like a presence and like knowing how to stand out with your following. It's easy to like really get popular based off of looks and whatever, but you lose followers once you start like becoming like everybody else, you know?
Yeah.
So having like your own personality, being authentic and just being like you really like helps that following, to be honest. And so like, I guess I took on the bimbo side of myself, and I was like, I'm going to put that out there on Twitter and see like how people perceive that. And they really liked that personality of me. And I was like, okay, let's use that. And like, it just started growing, and I'm at like 26K right now.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you also have an OnlyFans.
I do. Yeah.
And that's been going on. You've had an OnlyFans for how long now?
On and off since like 2020, but I was like definitely not doing it for a really long time at the beginning. Like I did it at the beginning, got scared, and then like came back to it like a couple of years later.
Okay.
Yeah. And like redid like the account, new name, whatever. And just, so it's been about a year and a half that I have this account now.
Okay.
Yeah.
What scared you the first time around?
I think I just thought I was too young, and it was honestly valid. Yeah. Thinking about it now, I think I made the right choice. I went into a relationship, but like, so I did my whole like college little thing. I was like having fun. And then I was like on my own. I'm like, let me go back to that. That was a little fun. I had a little fun with that until I got into a relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that you have those credits, and
Yeah.
your Twitter's growing, you're doing big gigs like Backroom, and you know, you are smart in the space, and I know you wanted to go to an expo that was like in Jersey, so
Yeah.
you're definitely doing the networking that's involved with it. What's like some of your goals that like you like look forward to, or like what do you like, if you have a vision board, like what's up there, you know?
Well, I definitely want to grow as an actress myself, like as a porn actress, and see how that works out. But in the end, I really want to like because I started my Twitter and OnlyFans called Bratty Nymph 666.
Plug
That's
it up.
the ad.
Yeah, plug it.
Bratty Nymph 666. But that's the OnlyFans, that's the Twitter. And I then took on the name Anna Starr. And so I was like, I kind of want to do like this production company for like when I'm like a little older, where I like start directing some things. Cause I've had friends where we've written some scripts. Like we did like this, one of my earlier scenes, it was like this roommate scene. And I like had an argument with this dude on camera right before we had sex. And it was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I was acting. And so like doing some like production directing and stuff like that in porn would be really fun.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is cool. So do you have like a group in Chicago where you reside where like that could be possible, or is that like...
Yeah, I know of a few like creators that would definitely be down to like do things like that, but we haven't like gotten in touch too much because we've all been traveling over the summer and like finally settling back into like Chicago and stuff.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like on our minds, but like it'll happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You got like a whole crew, like
Yeah.
a production team. You make you come up like as like a team together, you know? Like that's, you got to collaborate. God, I can't talk right now.
Yeah, no, I love, because a lot of the people I've met, like, we're all super creative in how we create our porn. And, like, there are people who, like, think about the aesthetic, like, especially, like, filming-wise. Like, there's a lot of technique that goes into it. And it's not just, like, I'm having sex on camera.
Right.
So, like, I'm really interested in, like, the cinematography of it and all of it all. And, yeah.
And writing the scenes of dialogue before it.
Yeah.
Now being in this space, has it made real life sex dull, like with a person, or has it made it more exciting?
It's made me picky, definitely, because one, like, I have to test for porn and everything, so like it's testing, and I'm like, I gotta be like, make sure everybody's safe. So do that, and then I'm also just like, don't really fuck outside of the industry much, but when I do, I'm really picky about it and make sure the person I'm with is like good at sex, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
How do you know if someone's good at sex?
Vibe check.
You can vibe check it.
Yeah.
So you can just walk into a room and tell if, do you think I'm good at sex?
Yeah, like have a conversation with them, and if our chemistry is good, I'm like, that's probably gonna be good sex.
Oh, it's based off chemistry.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's still a vibe check.
Yeah, that is a vibe check.
Yeah.
I guess I thought of it in a different way, because I don't look at someone and I'm like, oh, I could tell if they're good or bad at sex.
Oh no, I mean, with some people, like, it's usually you can tell they're bad if you're looking at them and you know it. Like, it's just the way they like present themselves, and like you can tell, oh, that person's probably bad at sex. But it's harder to tell if they're good at sex just from looking at them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, random dude, hops in an elevator with you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hypothetical.
Okay.
And he like hits on you, and he's your type.
Yeah.
And everything, and you want to pursue it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell him you do what you do, or do you keep it like a little secret to yourself?
I'd have to like figure out if he's the type of dude who'd be like cool with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I'd probably tell him. I'm usually open to telling people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Especially people I'm into. I'm like, hey, by the way, like, I don't want you to like get excited about this if this is a no-go. And then some people usually are like, oh, that's actually really cool.
I was going to ask, like, what's usually the response,
Yeah.
guys, like, when you do tell them that?
Right.
What, like, how is it generally?
They're usually cool about it.
Usually.
Yeah. Usually the ones who aren't cool about it are the ones I'm not wanting to really, like, pursue anyway.
Okay.
So, like, I'll just be talking about it in a conversation with a dude, and I'll be like, yeah, I do porn, and then he'll, like, want to ask more, and I'm like, no.
And that's where
it, like, differs. Yeah.
That's where you're like, you don't like it.
No. Yeah.
Really? When
Yeah.
he asks more about it.
Yeah.
But if you tell someone, a guy, that you do it, and he's just like, all right, the weather's nice today,
I'd be like, yeah, cool. Treat me like a fucking human being. Like,
a normal human being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because, like, usually in instances that's happened, they're usually more like, how do I get into porn? How do I do this? How do I film with you? And then I'm like, that's not, no.
They want to film with you.
Yeah.
Oh, and they think they're a part of the show now.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not this traveling act
No.
where it's like a 1 and 2.
No.
It's just you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clingers.
Yep.
Clingers.
Mm-hmm.
So you got to spot them out quick now.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have you gotten better at it over time?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, I think I was pretty good at spotting it from the beginning. But, like, it's just like, I would get people's, like, Instagrams and be like, yeah, sure. And now I've got people DMing me still. And I'm like, maybe ghosting them. But, like, it's okay.
Yeah.
I've got, like, 26 other followers to talk to. Yeah.
You got a lot of people in your DM.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hopefully this podcast will put a couple more people in your DMs.
Yeah.
Maybe. Hopefully.
Did I say 26 other followers? I mean 26K other followers. But I'm too high.
Oh, shit. 26,000
Yeah.
followers.
26,000. I meant that. Too many people to talk to.
What are you looking to, like, a guy? Like, if you meet, like, a nice guy and, like, your vibe's good
Mm-hmm.
and, like, he's cool with the porn thing, and then, like, you ask him what he watches for porn. Like, do you do that?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes I've gotten weird answers. Usually, though, it's all usual the same. Like, people are into, like, the BDSM stuff. And then I'm like, okay, like, you and everybody else. Cool. Don't get, like, too many weird answers. But my favorite was this guy who, like, wanted me to, like, mommy him a bit.
Oh.
Yeah. And then wanted to, like, watch my porn with both of us. Like, together.
Wait, what?
He wanted to watch my porn together.
With
and, like, be his little, like, mommy. And I was like,
his mommy.
yeah, like, yeah. Mommy dom him. Yeah.
Mommy dom him.
Yeah.
So, like, could you give me, like, a specific?
You know, domination?
Yeah, but, like, a mommy dom. Like,
yeah. Like, he calls me mommy. I maybe degrade him. I don't know, but I did not like it. He was, like, this, like, really buff man. And he was into that.
Wow.
Yeah.
What kind of music did he listen to?
Really good music. Like, a lot of different stuff. A lot of rock. And I was like, okay. And then a lot of different, like, rap. And he was, like, all over the place. And I was like, oh, we listen to so many different things. And I was like, cool. But then he was just into the weirdest stuff.
The mommy dom.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet his mom?
No.
Did he ever talk about his mom?
No.
Did you ever meet his dad?
No.
Did he ever talk about his dad?
Possibly, yeah.
So he talked about his dad.
Well, we're getting into the psychology of this.
Yeah, we're getting too deep. Yeah.
Oh, no. He's probably watching this, and then he's going to be, like, happy that I said this on air. Like, so degrading of him.
Yeah, he'll probably play it back and back and back. And
yeah?
Yeah, he'll like it. You actually guess you did his kink right here today for him. Wow.
I'll let him know.
You don't want to shout him out?
I cannot say his name. I'm not going to do it for him.
Shout out. All right, well, that's like, I did not know mommy dom was like a thing.
Yeah.
And that was the first time you've been asked to do that?
Not the first time, but like the most really like aggressive ask about it. I was like, oh, okay. Like I've met switches and like guys who were like, okay, I don't have to be dommed or whatever. And which was fine. But this guy, he was like, please, 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 and like would beg for it. And I was like,
oh.
It's like, I'm not into this. I was like, no.
That's not the vibe.
No.
All right, I'm going to shift the conversation a little bit. As a comic, sometimes you show up at a show and like the mic doesn't work as good, or like, you know, like there's something off with the green room, or there is no green room, or like there's like a minor inconvenience. is there any of these like in the porn industry that maybe that like we wouldn't know about, like inconveniences, like when you show up, or like, you know, like what maybe something puts the shoot in a negative, you know, direction as you're trying to get vibes high?
Okay. Probably like people who are overly like directorial on their sets. Like I've done like some paid shoots and like for more amateur shots, and they've been more like super directorial where they'd stop and be like, okay, no, can we do this? You're doing great, but like, can we do this one thing? And I'm like, how am I supposed to like be in the moment, like, and keep going back and forth? And I'm like, okay. But a good director I really worked with would be like filming and then directing above that filming and not stopping. So people who stop in the middle of it and don't let you keep going, yeah.
That's something that's annoying.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be annoying.
Yeah. It's like, But then also there's a couple other things like like having like some shoots, like for like anal, you can't eat for like, you have to like not eat for up to like from anywhere to 24 to 48 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
You just don't eat.
You don't eat, and then you clean out like before the shoot and then go. And so just to be safe. And like I hate going through the airport in the morning of my shoot and walking past like all the good smelling food that I'm like people are eating.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I'm just sitting there and I'm like starving. It's been a day I haven't eaten, and I'm like, motherfucker.
Wow.
But that's one thing that I hate.
Yeah.
I love food, but
that would be an inconvenience for sure.
For sure.
So sorry, I'm laughing, but
no, it's good. I think it's funny too.
There's just so many questions I have off that. But so every shoot they notify you, they say anal will be involved.
Yeah.
And so it's 48 hours.
Yeah.
Clean out the system.
Mm-hmm.
So have you ever been a part of a shoot where something's gone wrong?
For sure. Yeah.
Can you elaborate a little bit on when something's gone wrong?
I mean, like, so.
Say it.
No,
say
okay,
it,
fine, I'll say it.
it.
So, definitely, there's a good chance of, like, if you do, like, an anal cream pie, and if you flush it out, or, like, yeah, whatever, at the end, there's a chance there could be some, like, shit in it because it's, like, cleaning you out more. And that's happened before.
Wow.
Yeah. But, like, I mean, literally any person who's done anal and, like, anal porn, whatever, and who's done it often.
Yeah.
Shit happens. Like, shit happens.
Shit happens. That's interesting.
Very. So, like, it at first when it first happens to somebody, like, and they'll obviously be embarrassed about it, but, like, over time it's like, oh, it's because I'm literally getting fucked in the ass. Like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Does the director be like, rookie? Or
no.
Like,
no, they, like, let you go clean up and then just come back. And, yeah.
And then you got to do it again?
Yeah.
No time to, just no time to think. Just do it again.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, you could spend all the time you want in that bathroom, but, like...
yeah.
But, yeah.
But, I mean, walking past food at an airport, that's a sacrifice.
So bad.
That's tough.
Yeah.
Have you ever fell in love, like, on set where you're like, you met this dude and then you're like, oh, like I wish, like, we didn't meet through this setting, and then you start, like, fantasizing about this, like, love scene?
No, but, like, I do have a little crush on one of, like, a co-performer that I've worked with. And it's more like just like a work crush. And I'm like, I know neither of us are gonna be good for a relationship at all. Like, I'm like not gonna do that at the moment. But like, feelings are feelings, and I'm like, tee hee. Like, I'll literally hee hee out loud, like do this little high pitched hee hee because of that man, and it's awful.
You're like he like
I'll do it. It'll be like
you'll get nervous like that around him. Wow,
Yeah.
He's got you. What? Who is he?
Flesh mechanic.
Flesh. Can we? No, I don't know.
You could
does
put
he
his
have
picture
like a
up.
following?
He has a big following on
Really?
Twitter and on OnlyFans. Yeah.
Probably way bigger than what this is going on too. So
Yeah.
we'll definitely pop it up. Flesh.
Yeah. Flesh.
God, let's make this love story happen. Let's do it. Let's match make. No.
He's Canadian. That's not why I said no, though. But like,
I was gonna
far
say,
travel.
do you like Canadians?
I don't have a passport. Can't work.
Have you been to Canada before?
I
Thanks.
don't have a passport.
There he is. Thanks for popping it up, Pat.
That's the exact photo I was thinking about too. That's hilarious.
He looks like the man.
He is the man.
How many times have you worked together?
I want to say, I think only once.
Only once.
Yeah.
So now, when you show up at these things, is there like a snack table, or is there like any kind of? Is it like that? No.
No.
All right. Well, especially with anal, I guess there's no snack table. But there's no snack table ever.
No, but I was after a shoot, before getting dropped off at the airport, I was taken to Cane's, and they gave me money for Cane's.
That's so nice.
Yeah.
What did you get at Cane's?
I think I got the 4-piece, and then instead of coleslaw, I got extra sauce and bread.
I love Cane's.
Yeah.
We talked about it earlier.
Yeah, we did.
We saw it at Times Square.
Yeah.
How do you like the pizza?
The pizza was like fucking phenomenal.
What would you?
Huge though.
It was big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you like the deep dish out in Chicago?
Yeah.
You are?
Yeah.
Like Gino's East, like Illuminati's.
Illuminati's. Yeah.
I said Illuminati's.
Illuminati's.
Illuminati.
That's hilarious.
I used to work at the Comedy Bar, which is connected to Gino's East.
Oh shoot.
Yeah, so I would like run deep dish pizzas like up like 2 flights of stairs, and then, but like a deep dish pizza takes 45 minutes to make.
Yep.
Comedy show.
Mm.
You're sitting down, you're ordering. Sometimes it doesn't time up right.
No.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
And if you mess up the order,
Oh no.
yeah.
No.
Then
Not
it's
at
like
a comedy show.
you're giving it to them in a box to go.
Yeah.
It's sad. But that's enough about the pizza job. that's
No pizza.
not pressing.
No, I really liked that pizza. It was greasy though.
Oh, the New York pizza?
Yeah.
It was like Times Square.
Yeah.
Was it overwhelming, underwhelming?
Like overwhelming, but like in a good way.
In a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like comfortably overwhelming.
Yeah, it felt like I was like a little bug in a big ass jar just of other bugs.
It's a good way to put it.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, I don't know what's going on, but like I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I was like, it was really weird. People don't walk the way they walk in Chicago. No.
It's faster.
I was like, yeah.
It's way faster.
But it's also like, it almost feels like nobody's aware, but they are aware. But they're not.
It's like NPC.
Yeah.
We
Like,
talked about that too.
Yeah, because I felt like I was so aware of all of my surroundings and who was like walking where. And then there'd be like somebody like cutting right in front of me. And I'm like, holy fuck. Like, did you know I was there?
Yeah.
It's just crazy.
If there's space on a sidewalk,
Yeah.
it's just going to be taken.
Yeah.
It's faster than Chicago for
It's
sure.
So crazy.
Do you see that you're going to stay in Chicago, or do you see yourself branching out?
Yeah, I'm trying to end up in LA at some point, but I think I'm gonna start like in Vegas and then make my way to LA.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a good porn scene in Vegas,
Okay.
so I'm gonna like make some money out there, make a name for myself, and then head on over.
What does that look like? Make a name for yourself. Get a couple more credits.
Yeah.
Get a couple more 1,000 on Twitter.
Yeah, that make sure I'm like sustainable on my own. Like, can get like an apartment where there's a room for me, a room for my like studio, and then like just whatever. Not just having to have roommates in Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to be self-sufficient. Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's cool. That's like a goal,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So does your OnlyFans, do you fluctuate how hard you work for how much money you want that month? Or do you even look at it like that? Or is it just like a constant schedule thing that you do?
Yeah, so it's constant. Like I have scheduled like I make sure I post once a week, like a big post once a week. So like whether it be a collaboration, a solo, whatever. On a Monday I'll post something. And then throughout that week I'll post like little like fun things that maybe have to do with that, maybe not. But every week there has to be something on that Monday. So there's always a schedule that I follow, and I just make sure I follow that schedule, and I get around like 800 to 1,000 in a month
Okay.
for that. And I'm like, okay, like that's not bad. And that's on top of like what I make for when I do like professional shoots and stuff. So yeah, it's yeah. I don't base it off of like how hard I work. It's more of I have to follow the schedule.
That's cool though.
Yeah, yeah.
It's set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
You just follow the script.
Yep.
You get paid that money.
Mm-hmm.
You get to eat. That's
Yeah.
Where's a location where that kind of work has taken you where you like haven't been before? Has it taken you to cool places?
Yeah, Miami.
Hey,
Yeah,
did you like it?
I really liked it. Yeah, it was just really fucking humid because I went in July.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
That's the worst time to go.
Uh-huh.
How long were you there?
I was there for like a 4-day weekend. Yeah, I was there for another expo for Exotica.
Cool.
That was my first one I went to, but that was also the first time I stepped into the fucking ocean.
Ever?
Yes.
How old were you?
This was this year, so I hadn't even turned 21 yet, so 20. Yeah.
How did it feel? You like the
It was
ocean?
awesome.
You like the sand?
It was hot as fuck, but like, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like it better than a pool?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah?
The ocean, like, yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
I had fun.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So 4 days, film one day, or film all 4?
I filmed throughout the 4 days, like
Okay.
with different people. That's actually the weekend I filmed with Flesh.
Okay.
Yeah, and I filmed with a couple other people. Like I met this cool creator, Wreck-It Ralph. He's a good friend of mine. But
Does he look like it?
no.
No?
No.
Why is his name Wreck-It Ralph?
No. But I adore it. So, and then who else? I met a lot of people there, like who are in Chicago that I like had networked and found them, and these are now people that I'm friends with in Chicago.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a big event that I went to that year. I mean yeah.
And stepping into the ocean, that's a big life moment.
Right. It's
And
almost
porn
symbolic.
took you to that.
Yeah.
You know?
Holy shit. Yeah.
That's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
Mm-hmm.
Anywhere else other than Miami?
LA for the first time.
How'd you like that? Where
Beautiful.
did you stay?
I stayed with my agent at the time. Yeah.
Where was that at?
I think it was in Chinatown.
In Chinatown?
Yeah.
Did you go to Santa Monica?
No.
No?
No. I did hit up the fashion district though.
Okay. How
That
was
was
that?
so cool.
Really?
Yeah, I loved it. Yeah. I literally went into so many different stores, couldn't figure out what I wanted because there were too many things, and then left with a taser. It was a pink taser. A pipe and a cute romper.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you still wear the romper today?
Yeah. Yeah, I think I brought it for this trip, actually.
No way.
Yeah, I did.
Hey, the Romper's going to get to see both coasts, LA and New York.
Exactly.
It's your first time in New York, too.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So it's LA, Miami, you're really hitting everywhere. That's sweet. Anywhere else?
Vegas. Yeah.
Did you gamble? Do you like to gamble?
No. I'm too scared to.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Something about like putting your trust in money. I can't do that.
You can't do it.
Nah.
Okay. When you were there, how long did you shoot? Like how many days?
In Vegas?
Yeah.
I stayed for like a week and a half, and I shot literally like I was booked almost every day.
Every day?
Yeah.
And so when you say you're booked, are all these people that you're like getting booked up with, are they through the same agency? No. It's other agencies matching up.
So at the time I had an agent, and it's actually like sticky situation because I'm currently like trying to be solo now. But at the time I had an agent, and he got me a few like gigs out there. But then also I was getting my own like paid shoots and paid collaborations through my Twitter. Like people would reach out to me and they were like, "Hey, you're coming to Vegas?" And they're like a big account, and I'm like, "Yeah." They're like, "Come shoot with me." So I had so many things planned for when I came out to Vegas, like before I even got out there.
That's sweet.
Yeah.
So each shoot you get paid for?
Mm-hmm.
Is there generally a stock pay? Is there like an expectation?
Mm-hmm. It's like there's a rate, like it's usually 800 to like 1,000 more if it's like anal or like group sex or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
So you know what you're getting into. It's not like a gig by gig thing.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's good. So you have any trips planned for the future?
I'm trying to finish up this semester, and then once I have winter break, I'm gonna go out to LA and Vegas again because the AVN Awards are happening.
Okay.
And that's in Vegas, so I'm gonna go out there and see what's up out there. I'm not nominated for anything, but like I still want to network and like see everybody, and of course see what it's gonna be like when I am nominated.
Yeah. Manifest. Put it out into the universe.
Exactly.
You should say it again. I don't know. Maybe we should read it. I don't know. I don't know. We should. All right. We did enough. We put it out into the universe.
It is out in the universe.
And fire's burning, so that's good luck.
Exactly.
You know, we got the candle.
I think we've got enough.
Yeah.
Yes. This is witchy enough.
It is. You're a witch, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
So, like, can you go into that depth about that witchcraft?
So I
I sound like a 80-year-old.
No.
Can you go into depth about that witchcraft you talk about?
Hold on, sorry. Okay. So I do like tarot readings.
Okay.
Yeah. And I actually have a deck the first deck I got was from my theater big. We had like theater big and littles. And he gave me this deck, and he's like this Christian gay guy. And I was like, "Oh, you don't know much about witchcraft." And so he just gave me this deck. It was cursed, I swear to God.
He's a Christian gay guy.
Yeah.
How does that work?
Don't know. Right?
Is he closeted, or is he's for real gay?
For real gay.
For real gay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Terrible person, too. But
so he gave you this deck.
Yeah. And it was totally cursed. Like any reading I did, it was just like always shitty. Any reading I did on other people, it was always negative, but then always turned out right. And I was like, okay, weird. Got rid of that deck. Got a new deck when I was in Chicago at a like metaphysical shop. And I was like, okay, I really like this one. And it was like a pagan deck, and it's purple, and it's like really beautiful. The artwork is gorgeous. I actually we can do a reading. I brought them. Yeah.
Oh.
I could show you them later, but they're purple, but they're beautiful. Like actually the connection I've had with them Like, never a bad reading. And anytime it was a negative reading, it was something I needed to hear. And, like, I used tarot cards as reflection and inner self-work.
Okay.
So it's not a prediction of the future. It's more of a, look at this. This is what's happening now. And these are your actions. Think about it for a second. And this is how it's, like, reflecting. And so it makes you think about it. And I have used it for therapy, like, used it when I'm, like, stressed, when I'm, like, literally, like, I'm like, I don't know what to do, like, literally panicking or whatever. I'm like, I'll go to my tarot cards. So, like, they're really cool. I have a connection with them. And then I also do some, like, spell jars. And, yeah.
What's that?
So, like, I've got these little like, mason jars.
Okay.
And not mason jars, but, like, you know, the ones that have the cork caps?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I've got some of those. And, like, I put herbs in it and, like, notes, whatever the spell, like, calls for.
Okay.
And each herb has different powers, basically. Like, rose is for love, like, self-love and, like, affirmation, like that. And lavender is calming and peace. And so you put in together, like, herbs and stuff and, like, maybe manifest, like, a note or whatever and put it in the spell jar. Maybe write the note on a leaf if it calls for that. Like, it's a lot of different things. And then you seal it with wax. And then you, like, say your manifestation as you're sealing it with wax. And then you set it on I have a witch altar.
Wow.
So I set it there. Yeah. And I've got actually a business spell jar for Bratty Nymph 666.
Okay.
Yeah. And I honestly, ever since that spell jar, like, it's been, like, growing. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm not going to say it's because I did witchcraft that it happened like that, but I do think that I did manifest something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you double down on that thinking going forward, or do you, because, like, for instance, I've in the past before been known to write things down. I'll put it on the wall or put it on the mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes, you know, it manifests in a way which you want it to go, and sometimes it doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Do you still do that with your jars?
Like, in that way, like, keep them, like, as, like, yeah. Like, I keep my altar right next to my door, like, my door outside my room. So anytime I go out, they're, like, one of the last thing I see before I leave.
Okay.
And so, like, I'm always reminded. And anytime, like, one might be falling over, I'm like, nope. And that's, like, I make sure that's the last thing I see before I go and leave. So it's, like, kind of like a reminder.
Yeah. Yeah.
And, like, yeah, I take care of them like they're living, breathing things, if that makes sense.
Right.
Yeah.
Like your cat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And your cat's roommate's friend's cat. Then they have beef, but now they're good.
Yeah, I hope they're good. I hope this weekend makes them, like, I'm gonna come home and they'll be cuddling.
Yeah. Have you ever been shooting and the cat, like, gets in the way?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What do you think, is a cat a guy or a girl?
Girl.
It's a girl.
Yeah.
So now, do you think, like, the cat has, like, the slightest idea of what you're doing?
No. Maybe. I think she understands what I'm doing when it's, like, solo stuff, but when the guy's over or something, she's like, what the fuck is happening?
She's overwhelmed.
Yeah. She's like, why is there a man on top of you? I'm scared. Like, are you okay? But yeah, no. I think she knows to a point, but doesn't.
Yeah. What's your cat's name?
Muse. Muse.
Muse.
Yeah.
How long have you had Muse?
For almost a year.
A year?
Yeah.
Well, and you've been doing, oh, dude, Muse is here for the beginning.
Right. Yeah.
She's going to see the growth.
Yeah.
Wow.
I needed, like, a cat once I started doing this because I was like, I needed something to stabilize myself, and taking care of something stabilizes me. So, like, knowing I have to come home to, like, feed the cat to make sure that she's cool, like, whatever. but she's also a chill ass fucking cat. Like, I mean, I don't have to take care of her.
Yeah.
So it's just something to take care of is stabilizing, something easy to take care of, and loving. Like, I love her. We see each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got that connection.
Mm-hmm.
So now you've been a great hang today. We've been, hanging around, popping around, smoking. Do you smoke before your like shoots?
It depends on who I'm shooting with. I've shot with a friend, Brendan Q. I'll at him there. But I've shot with him and we always smoked before we shot. Like that was like he was the person who hosted me in Vegas.
Okay.
So like, and he was like, yeah, I smoke before all my shoots. And I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I don't care if I like for like paid shoots, I don't.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I want to make sure I'm like being respectful. But if it's like, if it depends on the person, basically. If they smoke, I'll be like, fuck yeah.
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 Does it make it different? Does it like,
yeah.
Is your head in a different space when you're high doing that work rather than, because like I can go be a server, right?
Mm-hmm.
Serve drinks, and I can be a little high serving drinks.
For sure.
Right. But I feel like with your line of work, it's a little deeper.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So do you think about that?
Yeah. Like I'll definitely, when I'm high, I'll have to like make sure I'm as in control of myself as I can be without like being too like rigid. But like, because like there'll be times where like I'll forget I'm filming because I'm high and I'm like, oh wait, and so I won't like be focusing on angles and I won't be focusing on like how I look or whatever. But honestly, it usually makes a fun video.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. If I'm like paying attention to what's happening and not like zoning out like I do sometimes when I'm high.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm still stuck on like the whole idea of you and your friends coming together, making like a production company.
Yeah.
I think you could really do something special. Like, I don't know, be one of the first where it's like porn integrated with like actual scenes with
Yeah.
the story, and it's like a weekly, like it's a TV show.
That'd be cool.
That would be really cool.
That
right?
would be cool, yeah.
Because porn's getting to that level of
Yeah.
like acceptance. Yeah, we might have $1 million idea right there.
Shit. I'll
Dang.
write that down.
That's awesome though. Do you sorry, when you were young, did you have any special talents? Were you good at something? Yeah?
Yeah.
What were
I
you good at?
danced since I was 3.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just like ballet dancing?
All types, like ballet, jazz, tap, hip hop even, like
Okay.
yeah.
Get the
Yeah.
the baggy clothes with the flat bill.
Yeah. This was early 2000s though, so you gotta give it to them.
Right. Yeah. I'm not hating on it. I'm not hating on it because I know the look.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I did that, and then I grew up a little bit and started doing pointe, which was ballet, but like on your toes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was able to do that, and I was actually really good at it. And then I fucked my feet up because I wasn't supposed to, because I have flat feet.
You have flat feet.
Yeah.
So what happened?
Like, I couldn't arch them as much as like you're supposed to, so I was overarching them.
Okay.
And then like in that, I was putting too much pressure on my toes, and then now I've had early stage bunions as a 12-year-old.
Wow.
On my toes, yeah.
So you just had to pull out
Yeah.
at 12.
Well, no, I continued until I was like out of high school.
Okay.
Yeah, but I just like went through the pain. Yeah.
And you're just like, I gotta stop.
Yeah. And then I was like, I just want to be an actor and go to school for acting. I don't want to dance anymore and be like a ballerina or anything. But I dance sometimes. I used to be in a burlesque group.
Okay.
Yeah, that was fun. I'm trying to start a dance group at my school because they don't have any.
Dance group?
Yeah. Like any that, like commercial dancing, like burlesque style commercial dancing, anything that's like sexy.
Okay.
I'm like, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
You say you're dancing. Do you find that dancing was like your stage? Like if you were going through something at school, or like, you're getting bullied or something, like then you're dancing, like it was like, is that like where you got your power?
For sure.
100%.
Yeah. I loved going because like I'd have dance classes from like 5 p.m. to like 10, maybe 11 p.m. And like I'd just go from like school to dance, be stressed about whatever, and just like take that out in the movement I was doing. Because we also did like modern dancing and like lyrical, which was very like abstract and like use your body as like real art and not just doing, I'm doing tap, ha ha ha.
Yeah.
So like when I got older and started like doing more of that in high school, it was really nice to let that stress out.
Yeah.
And perform and be able to do that. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. When you're young, you got to find like something that keeps you busy, keeps you, doing, you gotta do hard things to like, improve and like figure out what you want to do.
Right.
Well, that's awesome that you're in the Loop in Chicago.
Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do you do you like living in the Loop, or have you lived anywhere else in Chicago that's like better or worse?
I do not like living in the Loop. It's too touristy.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's either students or tourists. And I'm like, I can't. Like, it's just not what Chicago is. And like, I really, really want to move to Lincoln Park.
Okay.
And like, just the way those neighborhoods look, it's just really beautiful in the fall, especially, and like any season, to be honest. But I'm going to try to look out there. And actually this summer, I'm trying to move out of the Loop. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, that's awesome.
Yeah.
You got like Instagram or anything that you want to plug, or like your OF or anything, run the credits.
All right. So Instagram is Annalise. That is ANNALIESE_XOXO. And then Twitter and OnlyFans is Bratty Nymph 666.
Let's go. Tapped into the system.
Amazing.
Thanks for listening, guys. If you're listening to this point, I appreciate it. I'm going to try to stay consistent with doing these. Some weeks I might have multiple guests. Some weeks I might just be me. Thanks for coming on, Anna.
Thank you.
And if you're listening to this and you want to see me on the road, I'm going to be out with my boy Eric Newman. You can find him at Eric Newman Comedy. I'm going to be opening up in DC, Raleigh, Wilmington, Burbank, Belmore, Fort Worth, Tampa, Chicago, Baltimore, New York, Austin, and Arizona. Thank you guys for listening to the podcast, and I appreciate you guys' time. I didn't really have anything else to say there, but thanks guys for listening.